All right, people. So I just want to talk about the dishonest, the lying media, and I mean they've really gone to new lengths to discredit not only themselves, but it's like they're self-destructing because as they try to expose Trump, as they try to bring Trump down, they're bringing themselves down, and they're not really working at bringing Trump down. So I mean they're just attacking him with everything. And stuff that's like 1/100th of what Clinton does. They're trying to attack Trump, and then they just ignore what Clinton. They're just ignoring the WikiLeaks as much as they can. I mean, do you hear anything about the WikiLeaks? No, not really. I mean, if you do your own research, you do. If if you're not a mainstream media moron, if you're not a mainstream media slave, sheep, whatever the fuck, you know about the WikiLeaks. But if you're getting your news from MSNBC.com or the Clinton News Network, chances are you're probably not going to hear too much about the WikiLeaks. And if you are, it's going to be, in the WikiLeaks, they'll not report on it. They'll be deceptive in the way they report on it. Like when CNN was talking about it, they're like, "Oh, you come to us about the WikiLeaks. You get your information, get it from us. Like, how dare you do your own research?" They're like, "Oh, don't." Yeah, I think they even said like if you go and search on WikiLeaks, it's like a crime. Like you can't search through their database of emails. So, I mean, it's just getting ridiculous with the attacks against Trump. I mean, these sexual assault victims. Of course, they're talking about them, even though their stories are just coming out now. Just coincidentally, they just all come out at the same time. 20 days before the election, they have holes in them. Witnesses refute their claims. The families of the sexual assault victims refute the claims. They have been emailing Trump saying he's a great guy. Come to my restaurant. And then they don't talk about Bill Clinton's sexual assault victims. I mean, it's a total double standard. They don't talk about the girl's life Hillary Clinton ruined by defending a rapist who she knew was guilty and pretty much lied about that whole case there. So it's ridiculous. And so the polls are coming out, and the polls are showing Trump down. And I don't believe the polls for one fucking second. You know what? These mainstream media news sites have lied about everything. Do you think they will, would lie about their polls? Abso-fucking-lutely. They would lie about their motherfucking polls. I think the polls are rigged. There are a few on it. See, the thing is, like, I'm seeing, CBS News poll or NBC poll shows Trump 14 points behind, but then the Rasmussen poll shows Trump neck and neck, ahead in some cases. The LA Times poll shows Trump ahead. So no, I don't believe the mainstream media polls, which they have been shown to the Reuters poll has been shown to be rigged. They fucking changed the question to get more favorability towards Clinton in the poll. They oversample Democrats, the polls do. So I don't believe the polls for one fucking second that show Trump down 15 points. No, I think that's fucking bullshit, people. And they're doing that to try to make it look like Trump has no chance. They're trying to, get people from not voting, not going out and voting. Because what's the point in going out if you're up by so much? So I really think it's bullshit. The polls. Like I said, I don't believe them. I don't believe the mainstream media polls for 1 second. And these organizations like the New York Times have come out and they have endorsed Hillary, but yet they're doing polling for Hillary. They are liberal organizations, yet they're doing polling for Hillary. What? I mean, so it's like I don't believe the polls for one fucking second. And like I said, the polls can be used to gain an advantage for Hillary. If you show Hillary up in the polls, if she's up by 14, but it's really tied, that's obviously giving an advantage towards Hillary and making it seem like Hillary's in the lead. So I don't believe the polls for one fucking second. But after all this onslaught of attacks against Trump, he's still right there. I mean, if the media was fair and honest, Trump would probably be up by a landslide right now. Because if they talked about Hillary's WikiLeaks, which are they're basically criminal. I mean, holy fucking shit. I'm looking at all the lies. You know, all the fucking lies. I mean, it's ridiculous. Hillary Clinton said she has a public and private decision. She makes public and private decisions. Yet we're hardly even talking about that. It's like, holy shit, a person who could be president of the United States is saying she makes public, you know, she has a public and private viewpoint on issues. Oh, but we have to talk about Trump joking around in a private conversation with another person, you know, with another guy, joking. He hasn't done that shit. And it's just so coincidental. Right after he says that tape, a couple days later, all these fucking sexual assault, supposed, you know, Trump sexually assaulted me, those come out. I'm just so fucking, it's so maddening to see. And it's so maddening to see all these fucking people who have no brain cells buy into all this bullshit. All these people who are more obsessed with fucking video games, Call of Duty, Kim Kardashian's ass. To see all these people, you know, buying into the mainstream media baloney. And to just reiterate lies, to repeat lies about Trump, too. I mean, so many fucking Clinton supporters or anti-Trumpers are given lies. They're like, I talk to them on social media or wherever the fuck, and they're like, oh, Trump believes, you know, Trump is going to get rid of all the immigrants. False. Wrong. He never fucking said that. Trump's going to get rid of all the Muslims. Again, false. He never fucking said that. People have a hard time, I find, you know, knowing what the difference is between an illegal immigrant and a legal immigrant. Big fucking difference, liberals. So, I'm just so fucking pissed at the Clinton News Network and other media organizations that are just so deceptive against Trump and covering for Hillary's crimes. I mean, these WikiLeaks keep coming out, and they obviously show she's a liar. She's a corrupt politician. I'll put it in a term that you fucking idiots could understand. She's corrupt AF, people. You know, she lies all the fucking time. So, I mean, wake up, do your own research, stop fucking buying into this mainstream media propaganda, because that's what it is. It's propaganda. And in the WikiLeaks show that. It shows that Hillary is in bed with the media, in bed with special interests. I mean, it's so unbelievable. Yet people won't get off their fucking asses to look at this shit. They won't do research for themselves. Do research for yourselves. Don't believe ABC News or the Clinton News Network, aka CNN. Do your own research, because it's just ridiculous how corrupt the Clintons are. I mean, there's so many scandals on her. I mean, like I said, if the media wasn't behind her, she'd be way down in the polls. She probably wouldn't even be running, because everybody would know about how much she lies. But it's like the media thinks they got 20 some days left. They could just fucking lie, you know, for the 20 days and get Clinton in, and all will be well. I guess that's their mindset. They're gonna go all in here and just lie and, you know, ruin their reputation to get Hillary in. I mean, it's a fucking shame, and people need to wake the fuck up. So there you go, people.